And so I also spoke to Charles Eisenstein, and he wrote a piece, The Coronation, early on
Hmm.
about how fear was the real pandemic,
Hmm.
effectively.
Yeah.
And since then, a lot of that has come to pass where there's been a lot of fear like pumped into even speaking about what that experience of the prison might look like. And so was there any, I was there any part of you that felt some trepidation in going into speaking about it, in collecting these particular stories?
Oh, big time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, certainly it was, because I recognized that, this climate of deep polarization, meant that like there's a sort of topsy-turvy moment, right? Where all of a
Yeah,
sudden it was like people who typically were sort of progressive, found on the left would find themselves suddenly kind of like bumping shoulders with those on the right, and somehow agree on certain things, which again is a sort of but a bizarre moment. Because there'd sort of been this collapse of what was maybe traditionally understood of this recognition of, I don't know, civil liberties or body sovereignty, all these kind of big issues that have come up now, and that
right.
the left kind of collapsed on them and said, yeah, you know what, but this is a time of emergency. We have to deploy again all we need, and during an emergency, it's like regular rules don't apply. And so it really left this yeah, this kind of polarized void where I think a lot of people have and still are kind of afraid to really speak about this, that a way that deviates from the official narrative. And I had a friend, or sort of an acquaintance actually from some of my other circles, who, when I wrote that, this idea of the, again, unofficial narrative, her response was, there's no such thing. Like, that's sort of paranoid, delusion. And my response to that was, that's how you know you're in the narrative, because you think there's no other narrative.